My name is Melina Brown. I am 60 years old, born and raised in the warm embrace of Jamaica's shores. My life has seen storms and sunshine, laughter and loss. But one thing never changed: my love for my daughter, Angela. When she called me months ago, her voice trembling with joy, she said, "Mama, I'm getting married. Please, I want you to be there." At that moment, every wrinkle on my face softened with happiness. I promised her I would come, even if it meant crossing oceans, even if it meant emptying every pocket I had. I did not know that what awaited me was not the dream of a mother watching her child's happiest day, but the silent pain of being placed behind kitchen doors, beside trash cans, like an unwanted guest. Leaving Jamaica was not easy for a woman of my age. The airport was crowded, the flights long, the seats uncomfortable. But my heart was light because I carried hope. As the plane soared above the blue Caribbean waters, I thought of Angela as a little girl, her tiny fingers gripping mine, her laughter echoing through our small wooden house, her voice calling, "Mama, come see what I drew." I carried a small gift with me, a bracelet handmade by an old friend in my village. Tiny shells woven into silver threads, a piece of home I wanted to fasten on my daughter's wrist before she became a wife. I imagined her smiling, saying, "Thank you, Mama. I'll keep this forever." The city where the wedding was held was cold, unlike Jamaica's warmth. My daughter met me at the hotel lobby. She looked stunning, glowing, every bit the bride I dreamed of. But when she hugged me, it was quick, almost formal. She was busy, distracted. She introduced me to people, her fiancé, his parents, friends. Their eyes scanned me, polite but distant, like I did not belong. That night, I sat alone in my hotel room. I ironed my best dress, a soft lavender gown I had saved for years. I polished my shoes. I brushed my hair carefully, wanting to look beautiful for my daughter. And then I prayed, "Dear Lord, let me sit by her side. Let me hold her hand. Let her know her mama is proud." The hall was decorated with flowers that smelled sweet but strange to me. Golden lights shimmered. Guests arrived in sparkling gowns and pressed tuxedos. When I entered, the ushers barely looked at me. One young man with a list glanced at my invitation. His eyes flickered with confusion. "You are the mother?" "Right. Your seat is." Over there I followed him, expecting to be near my daughter, near the family table. But we kept walking, past the front rows, past the middle rows, past even the side tables. Finally, he stopped at the very back, behind a partition, next to swinging kitchen doors. A small table, 2 chairs, and beside it, metal bins of trash. The smell of food scraps, the noise of staff rushing in and out. "Here's your seat," he said. For a moment, I could not breathe. This must be a mistake, I thought. I am her mother. Surely this cannot be where I sit. But it was. From there, I could barely see the stage. People laughed, toasted, clapped. When Angela and her husband walked in, the hall erupted in cheers. I stood, tears in my eyes, wanting her to see me. But she did not look my way, not once. I heard whispers, guests passing, glancing at me, saying softly, "Who is she? Why is she back here?" A waiter dropped plates near me. The smell of leftovers mixed with my perfume. I felt invisible, erased. Still, I clapped when others clapped. I smiled faintly when others laughed, because I could not ruin her day, even if my own heart was breaking. As I sat by those trash cans, memories flooded me. The day she was born, the first time she called me Mama, the way she used to curl against me during thunderstorms. And then, the day I had to leave her with relatives while I worked far away. The nights I cried alone, missing her. The birthdays I missed, the distance that grew. Maybe this seat wasn't just an accident. Maybe it was her way of saying, "You were not there for me then, so you cannot be here for me now." The bracelet in my purse felt heavy. I clutched it in my hand, wondering if I should still give it to her. The cake was cut. The music grew louder. Laughter filled the hall. But my daughter never came to me. Quietly, I slipped away. No one noticed, not even Angela. Outside, the night air was cold against my old skin. I sat on a bench under a dim streetlight. I pulled out the bracelet, tracing each seashell with trembling fingers. Tears ran down my cheeks as I whispered, "Be happy, my child." Even if I am not part of your happiness, I placed the bracelet gently on the bench, stood up, and walked into the night. I had travelled across the ocean. I had carried hope in my heart, love in my bones, faith in my soul. But I was not seated with honour. I was seated with garbage. And maybe that was how the world saw me. Yet, no matter where they place me, in front, in back, beside trash or beside gold, inside, I remain what I have always